Hello, my name is Robert Sput Searight, and I play drums for Snarky Puppy and Ghost-Note. And I'm from Dallas, Texas, in the United States. So I grew up as a young kid in church, and yeah, all of the music that I was allowed to listen to was only Christian music at that time. Um, so I was listening in the '70s. I was born, so I was listening to Andre Crouch, um, Walter Hawkins, most of the music from the black church, the gospel community, and and maybe a guy by the name of Bill Gaither. Um, Obviously, my favorite drummers at the time to listen to and most influential at that time was a guy by the name of Bill Maxwell, who played drums and produced on all of the Andre Crouch, most of the Andre Crouch records. And there's another guy named Joel Smith who played drums and bass on most of the Hawkins records, Walter Hawkins and Edwin Hawkins. He was their nephew. And so I would listen to these vinyls daily, on a daily basis, and try to mimic all of the sounds that I was hearing um, by playing air drums. That's where it started. And then as I got older, I got acclimated to pots and pans and then eventually to drum set after destroying my mom's nerves. Um, and it wasn't until about maybe the age of 7 or 8, I had an auntie who, obviously before I, move on, I was going to church and listening and hearing all of the older drummers that were playing in church as well, the church that I attended. But around 7 and 8, I had an auntie who was married to a DJ. She was married to him for quite some time, and they split up. They had a somewhat of a nasty breakup, and um, she, in retaliation, took all of his vinyl records, crates of records, and brought them to our house. And that very unfortunate thing for her ex-husband became a very fortunate thing for me because I now had access to all kinds of music, all genres of music, from country, pop, rock, jazz, funk, fusion, everything you name it was at my disposal, right in my hands, in there, and I don't know. I just jumped and took advantage of it as soon as my mom allowed me to listen to those records. So I just took advantage of it, and I think as well it developed my ear for musicianship, my ear for composing, my ear for arranging, writing, and being creative within itself. I think that helped me out a lot. But I also continued to go play and grow, and was allowed to play in church, obviously, at some point. And all of those influences were a part of my approach to music. They became such a unique sound from the way I would play, and such a unique part of my sound, if you will. And as a teenager, I think it just continued to develop. I went to school for music. I was still playing in churches along with my mom, but I was able to develop my musicality a little different than most people were back then because they wasn't exposed to a lot of the guys my age. Was sheltered from a lot of music, and I'm so grateful that I was able to have those experiences because they are They are the mattress to where I am today, I believe.